Sorry, it's a windy, wet day today on this update. I don't know if you remember from the updates, we had this big pile of soil here behind me, and we were unsure what to do with that round cutout peg. Thanks to some of the comment sections, Toby will flash it up in the editing, whoever suggested it, but we decided to go with a live willow wall. So thank you whoever did that in the comments. That's an amazing suggestion. I really liked it. We'll show you some footage of it going in right now. We couldn't get any thick willow. Wrong time of year, I guess. It was right at the end of their season, so we had to get some pretty thin willow. It was about, sort of little tiny sticks. So it wasn't the strongest, but I think with time it'll secure up. So we have had some issues, which I'll kind of show you now, but I'll show you how I'm dealing with that at the moment. Just starting to crack these willow rods open, and you can already see that they're starting to throw out roots from the sides of the willow rods. So, we'll weave these together to make a wall, backfill it, and this will all just root into the soil and stabilize that retaining wall. Should look pretty cool, in theory. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying our journey in creating this beautiful lake, please don't forget to hit the like button. Your support really does help our channel grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. We've got loads of exciting content coming up, including our tree planting adventures up and down the country, and we're currently running several biodiversity projects. Remember, every like, comment and share helps us bring awareness to these vital environmental initiatives. Thanks for being part of the community, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So we've got the big boss lady here with us now. She's come to sort it out. We've had a few design changes. I'll just show you in a minute here. So we removed the big stakes because we would have needed a lot of them in there in order to get the weave nice and tight. And then thinking about it, the bigger stakes would have eventually just rotted out and been useless, but we've replaced it with the live willow canes, which in theory should shoot up to trees pretty quickly. So there'll be a forever solid anchor going up with the live willow weaved in between it. So it should be fairly solid. And then all the side stuff will root into the bank as well, and then start popping up. It's going to be pretty flimsy to start, but the longer this goes, the stronger it'll get. You see, they're just weaving in and out of this upright structure in clumps of 3, and we'll build that up all the way to the top. We'll see what it looks like in a bit. Okay, day one. We're timed out. We've got to go and get the kids from nursery. It's looking pretty good. We've added these posts here every so often just to give it some structural support while everything roots together. we started backfilling it. It's got a bit of a bow onto it. It's pretty flimsy willow we're using really, but once that starts rooting in and these the ones going upwards become trees, this will get stronger and stronger as time goes by. So yeah, we've added these posts just to kind of shore it up for the time being, and then we'll have another crack at it tomorrow and see if we can finish it. Finish the wall, really happy with it. We'll remove those stakes after a couple of seasons once it's bedded in. It's got some backfilling to do, tidy up the peg. Yeah, a bit more to do, but really happy. Well, it's time to start filling in the back of this retaining wall. This was the pile of topsoil behind me that we saved specifically for this job. Really wish I had a mini digger right now. It's probably like 6 ton of soil. But slowly, getting there. See it behind me there, starting to fill up. So yeah, I'll carry on with that, and then when it's all finished, I'll give you guys a little look at it. So here it is. I've had it installed for a couple of weeks now. It's amazing, really. Within a week or two, this has just popped. And it's already coming up, so you can see that eventually it's going to be a beautiful willow wall. We'll trim it up at the top. I very mistakenly pulled out some of these willow strainers last night and was going to kind of respace them so it looked really neat and tidy. My OCD kicking in. And last night we had 6 mil of rain, well actually no, 60 mil of rain in a big torrential thunderstorm, and the 2 posts that I took out to respace and didn't put back in blew out that bank. The weight of the soil with all the water just got a bit too much and it kind of blew it out, so I'll dig that back out today, put those posts back in just to give it a bit of security, prop it all back up and backfill it. Oh, not the greatest start to it, but once it roots in and gets strong, it will hold it no problem, and then, you know, these posts can be removed. But yeah, big mistake. I should have put them back straight away, but I didn't because I got busy. And now I've got another job to deal with. We are getting some perch delivered today. Really exciting day. Bit of a backstory about it, I guess. So obviously we stocked the carp first, and the plan always was, I think I mentioned it in previous videos, that gudgeon was going to go in next, and then after the gudgeon was established for a couple of years, we'd get the perch in, and between the gudgeon and the perch, then they would control the carp fry and the offspring and make sure they don't overbreed in here and really muddy the water and damage the aquatic vegetation. And that was the plan, but like all good plans, that got thrown up and chucked in the fire pretty quickly when the gudgeon supplier failed to deliver on the gudgeon the first year. And then with perch are like gold dust, you just can't get hold of them. So they've been a nightmare to source. On Saturday night, I noticed on one of the fishery management groups that I'm on, a fish dealer had some perch for sale, 500. So at midnight, I quickly sent him a message and we managed to come to a deal, and I am very, very thankful. He's on his way down here now. It's Monday, so this has all been really last minute. But he should be due here in the next hour or so, and we'll introduce 500 perch into the system. All set up now, just waiting for him to arrive. Yeah, like I said before, perch super important for the system. They're a carnivorous predator. They'll eat all that fry coming through. They're an opportunist kind of feeder. They'll feed on anything really, whichever's in front of them. So invertebrates, snails, the carp fry, like I say. We've had a naturalised stocking of roach and rudd, which have come via the ducks and birds over the last couple of years. Last September, we were just seeing balls of roach fry. Even when I've been pulling some weed out recently in the last few weeks behind me here, you're seeing tiny little rudd and roach fry stuck in the weed. So we've really got to get on top of that. We've got to make sure that the biomass doesn't get out of whack. So yeah, and we haven't had a predator in the system. So it's been a long time coming. I feel like I've won the lottery really with these perch. They're going to come in, they're going to do their job, they're going to smash that fry up this spring and summer, and hopefully we get control of it that way. We have had cormorants on the lake for the last few months, so they've been doing their job and clearing them out too. So between the cormorants and the perch, hopefully the lake's a step forward and we can thin these numbers out and get this biomass under control. Next thing we've got to do is tell the cormorants not to eat the perch. Just like that, perch are in the new home. Really, really over the moon. It's been a long time coming. They're beautiful little fish. They looked all real healthy. I think we only lost one out of the 500 that got delivered. So yeah, really, really happy. All swam away. There's a few just kicking about my feet right now, resting up. I'm sure it's been a pretty arduous journey for them. But yeah, they should have a nice little home here. No more fish stocking for the rest of the year, and that's it. We'll have a little look this summer, see how we're doing, sample it a little bit, see how the roach and rudd populations are going, see if we're still getting lots of baby carp fry. We'll start to remove some of those species this summer too. One of the jobs I do need to do though is this tree right here. Is a big old dead ash tree. And as we walk through the gateway here, it keeps dropping its limbs, which is getting a bit dangerous. See these things here. this old big boy here, which didn't really want to take it down, but it is becoming a bit of a hazard, which is a bit of a shame really. Standing deadwood's really important in a forest. In fact, one of the limbs up there I regularly see a woodpecker getting the bugs out, but it is right next to the entrance gateway, and it is becoming a bit of an issue, so I think that's got to come down. Good thing is there is another large dead one just further back, which is set back from the gateway, so we will leave some deadwood up, which is nice. But yeah, I think that's got to go. Okay, started on the tree behind me. We've got Paddy up there, a friend of mine, removing some of this deadwood. It's pretty exciting. Give you a little look at it. Okay, so it's a few days later now. It's actually about a week or two after when we had Paddy up here cutting the ash tree. And like usual, plans change. He got up there, started cutting all the dead stuff off, the stuff that was really risky, and then he had a good look at it up there, and he thinks that wasn't that bad, and the tree's in pretty good condition other than the big dead limbs at the top. So instead of losing the tree, we decided just to trim it up and leave the main chunk of it up there and give it a go to let it bush out again. Like I said, it would have been nice to leave some dead wood on it, but it was overhanging the entrance gateway, and if it whacks someone on the head, that's it, it's over. So we got rid of the dead wood. Didn't get much filming because it was snowing and sleeting and all sorts that day. It was miserable. And now I'm left with just to tidy it up, so it's a bit of a big mess. Been working on it for a day now, so I'm getting there. Tidy it up, and then on to the next job really. So we're gonna seed the meadow sweet that I've been talking about and the purple loose stripe on this patch behind me here. For the last couple of months I've been raking it, trying to de-weed it. The meadow sweet seeds need a winter dormancy period. So back on the 7th of January, probably got some clips of it, we put the seeds into the fridge in this soil mix. They've been in there for roughly 3 months now, taking up valuable beer space within the fridge, so pretty happy to get them out. But yeah, they've been 3 months cooling down, getting to temperature. I'll mix it into here, into this soil area, and then the purple loose stripe will run through it. That's these guys right here, and they're from 4 Start Seed Suppliers. So I'll just mix this with a bit of sand so I can easily spread them out and then whack them across the meadow sweet once I got it down. The purple loosestrife, they need light to germinate so they don't get covered, so they'll just sit on the top of the soil here. Hopefully this nice spring sunshine will kick it into action, and fingers crossed this bed is done. Meadow Sweet is going to be at the front of the pond here. Just sprinkle it out. Let the dogs and the kids try and push this into the soil. The Meadow Sweet at the front with more of the purple loosestrife at the back. And the Meadow Sweet is a lovely white flower, and obviously the purple loosestrife purple, so it'll be a really nice mix.
For more information about our projects and to get involved, head over to www.creatingtomorrowsforest.co.uk.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below and subscribe to our channel.